Okay, so I just shot this video about 5 minutes ago, and I gave bullet points and everything. It was like a 15-minute video. Facebook shut me off after, like, for whatever reason, technical difficulties shut me down after 2 minutes. So I'm just gonna redo it real quick for you guys. What to do when you're in the darkness. The whole entire thing is, look, the darkness is whatever it is for you in life. When you look around, you don't think you have anybody. When your back's up against the wall. What to do when you're in the darkness. We're all going to find ourselves in positions in life when we're in the darkness. That's just the way it is. Hey, what's up, James? Good to see you. Like, mountains, valleys, everything in life ebbs and flows. It's like the ocean. And if you think, hey, what's up, Nick? Got to do it over, man. Facebook tripped me up. I guess they shut off half of everything I was saying, but whatever. When you look at life, if you think you're going to go through this life and not get challenged, you're wrong. In fact, that when you get challenged, when you get hit, this is actually where all the magic happens. Like, you're sitting here being like, God, why? And God's sitting there being like, yo, this is when this cat's gonna turn into a butterfly. Like, this is when this dude's gonna, like, rise to the occasion. This is the moment of his glory, you know what I mean? Like, whether you believe in God or not, the only place you're gonna ever get stronger is in the belly of the beast, you know what I'm saying? Like, I remember back in the day. What's up, Billy? What's going on, Sienna? What's going on, y'all? I remember back in the day when I was in the Marines. I remember looking and I saw 2 classes of Marines. It didn't matter your MOS or what you did, but there were 2 different classes of Marines. There was combat vets and there was normal Marines. And when you look in the combat vet's eyes, you saw something different. Maybe you guys can see me better. You saw something different. You were like, oh, these guys look like, there's this fearless look in their eyes. There's this energy they have. They're like, they're just fearless, right? And that 1,000-yard stare thing, it's real, you know? And I think really what it was is, when you go through so much, it's not that like combat's so terrible and it is, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, I think what I really saw was the fact that, like, the things you go through in life, like the things we went through over there were so intense, like the hunger, the misery, the sleepless nights, the 2 weeks without showering, the not talking to your family, the like longing, like what you would do for a hamburger. Yo, I offered a dude $25 for a half-eaten Whopper one time who came back from the main side base, because I'm a Marine and I was out in the desert, you know what I mean? Like, the things you would do, but you understand so much about pain, you understand so much about fear, you understand so much about the belly of the beast. Like, let me take it back to Rocky 3. Like, I'm not trying to be cheesy real quick, but let's be honest. What was it Apollo Creed was saying? You know, he looks at Rocky and he's like, Rock, you got to get the eye back, Rock. You got to get the eye back, Rock. So what does he do? He takes Rocky right back to that stinky, smelly, no funding having ghetto gym where it's hard. He takes him to the belly of the beast. You know what I'm saying? He takes him to the dark place. And what happens? They get it in. They train, they bang, and they do what they got to do to get that edge back. And that's what you got to do, because let me tell you something, man. I'm a combat vet. I know a lot of combat vets, a lot of guys that used to be hard. And Rocky is a perfect example, not trying to be cheesy, but the bottom line is you can lose that eye, man. You can lose that magic eye. You can lose it. And when you lose it, it's a sad, sad day, you know what I'm saying? So when you're in the belly of the beast, when you're deep inside that stuff, man, when you're in these trials and tribulations in life, you got to understand, like, that's the moment of magic. That's when you've got to be willing to sacrifice who you are today for who you've got to be tomorrow. Like, I talked about the eagle and what the eagle has to do. Like, after 40 years of living and hunting and being like one of the top birds of prey, how is the eagle's strength actually renewed, you know? How is it actually renewed? It's a long story, but research it, man. He has to go up to a high place, break off his beak, pluck out his feathers, rip out his own talons, and stay there and rest and heal and wait for the wind and for everything to rebuild and come back. So if you're in a dark place right now, if you're in the belly of the beast right now, understand that's the best place for you to be, because that's where the growth happens. Underneath the weight, that's where, like, the magic happens. That's the good stuff in life. That's love, man. That's love, man. So what to do when you're in there? First and foremost, you got to figure out where you get your power from. For me, I get my power from God. It's the grace of God. It's the only reason I'm here. The only reason I'm even alive right now on this planet is because the grace of God on my life. I got blown up. I got hit by 62 pounds of explosives, died, prayed about it, thought I died. I mean, I don't know if I died. I just know I was somewhere else, and I was like looking at my boys, the side of his head, my body was somewhere else, and I was like, oh my gosh. Prayed to Jesus, came back. That's where I get my strength from. You got to figure out where you get your strength from. That's the first thing you got to do. You got to figure out, like, yo, how did I get here? Where am I getting my strength from? You got to figure that out, get that strength, and then you got to get inside your own head. More than likely, what's making the darkness painful for you is your perception of it. Is, man, it's dark, it's cold, nobody loves me, there's no backup here, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Okay, looks like I'm back. Something happened. You got to get inside your head, and then you got to get centered. You got to be like, boom, I'm taking control of my thoughts. Can you guys still hear me? I'm gonna keep talking, but somebody let me know if you can still hear me. At any rate, you got to get inside your head. You got to take control of your thoughts. You got to take control of what's going on inside your space. You got to control what you can control. And the first thing you can control is what's going on in your mind. And the reason the darkness and what you're experiencing is so terrible or so empowering, it's because of what you think about it. Everything that's going on is only going on based on what you believe about it. So you got to get inside your head, find your power source, get plugged in, get inside your head, take control of your territory. That's your mind. And the second thing is you got to step into, hold up, you got to step into whatever is being asked of you in the most powerful way possible. You got to hit it with the most consistent, deliberate, violent, aggressive part of your being in a way that's like kamikaze. I'm willing to die for this. I'm willing to sacrifice who I am today for who I want to become tomorrow. Because the caterpillar's got to die in order to become the butterfly. That's the game, man. The phoenix has got to go into the fire, man. That's how it's done. So here we are, okay? And then you step into that, and what happens is when you pass that threshold, when you transcend who you are today and what you are today, and when you transcend that, you walk out of there, that's when you get the magic eye. That's when you get that 1,000-yard stare. That's when you get the eye of the tiger. And you, like Viktor Frankl, with local therapy, yes, like, what's my purpose in life? Yes, you got to figure that out, and you figure that out on the move, on the way. But also you got to look at, this amazing thing we're experiencing in this amazing place that we live in with billions of different systems working together to support human life. What you got to ask, what is life asking of me? What is the life situation, the evolution of my life asking of me? What's the next phase in my evolution? If I look at the situation, who do I need to become to transcend all of this and to be better and to be stronger and to own this? And then you got to figure that out for yourself. And then, boom, hit it hard, never give up, and be willing to die over it. I'm gonna get out of here, or I'm gonna die trying. Flat out. That's what I got for you guys. Love you. Subscribe so you don't miss a video. If you know somebody who could use some words like this, tag them, share it. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I know it's sacred and you can't get it back. So I hope I added some value to the media coming at you today. That's all I got for you guys. Thanks. Out.